สวัสดีค่ะ and welcome to Morning Thailand. I'm Wanasong Kerhong.
And I'm Thananapat Noivien. Good morning and welcome on the morning of Monday, September the 2nd, 2013, the start of the month where almost everything is rising. The cost of living, the cost of expressway, toll fee, the LPG, and on Friday, the fuel prices.
Exactly. So it seems like, at this point, unless you have high salary, this will definitely affect you. And we have a lot of updates on that, obviously, in terms of what do people think about the expressway hike and what do people think about the prices of the LPG. The LPG is quite interesting, because there are some people who actually supporting it.
And it's going to keep rising every month.
Yeah. Pretty much. So let's just get to one of our first news first. Apparently there has been once again a report of robbery. I do not want to think that this is coincide with whatever else that the price of the living, the cost of living that has been increased. However, in this particular case, obviously, it's not partially part of it. This particular case is due to the fact that this particular man, คุณภาสกร วรโชติ วนาไพร age 41, he decided to rob a gold shop, actually, in Ayutthaya province. And once again, in this particular case, when we're talking about the Ayutthaya province, obviously, we're talking about this particular gold shop, Aurora Gold Shop, and you might think that this particular name sound quite familiar. Well, it is familiar because this particular branch of the gold shop, once again, there's a lot of branches, and we have reported about the Aurora Gold Shop before, where there has been a report of robbery. However, there are so many branches in different provinces, let's just say that, and normally it's in the one of those shopping complex. So this particular case took place yesterday at about 10:30 a.m. There has been a report at Big C of Ayutthaya province that there has been a robbery at Aurora Gold Shop. So the name I have given, that was that was a mistake. That's for another news. His name is Wade Great Tia Jareun, age 28, and when the police arrested him, he had a gold necklace with him, 1 baht weight gold necklace, and it was still in his hand because he was trying to run away. Now he said that he used to be a worker at one of those Rojana industrial estate, one of the factories, and then he said that his dad got really sick, so he left his work and just to be home and take care of his dad. Sounds nice and good. However, he said that he tried to make a little bit more money in a faster way, so he ended up gambling his way in. Exactly, with the whole lottery as well as the football, the soccer match. So he ended up with 100,000 baht debt, and he planned this particular robbery because the loan shark threatened his life if he didn't, of course, return the money. So he said that, he went in, he used a knife to actually try to tell the workers or the seller in the gold shop to hand in the gold, and then he ran away. Yeah, pretty much. But of course, he got arrested because there were a lot of good Samaritans around there that were able to catch him.
Seriously, I don't think it's easy to rob a gold shop that's located in a hypermarket store or a big store where there's a lot of people walking around.
There's a lot of attempt though, and we have reported a lot, but it seems like a lot of these robbers think somehow that they would be able to do it. But this is not the way that people do it, because some of the robbery gangs just have a better planned, not just a knife to threaten and then run away. Well, this man is a man with desperation at this point, so I think
So nothing about his sick father?
Nothing. Apparently, it was just mainly to pay for the debt that he himself caused from gambling. So just show you that gambling never actually make anyone rich. I've never seen anyone got rich by gambling.
And as you speak about the loan shark, I've got an incident that happened just last week on Thursday. There's a report of an attack at a home of Kun Parichat Saigot. Her home is in Sai Mai area of Bang Khen district of Bangkok, and it seems that a group of around 10 men had broken into her house on Thursday night and attacked her, and also her husband and her son-in-law, and also damaged their belonging. This incident happened at night and nobody could seriously they have report to police. And police have issued arrest warrant against 10 men in this particular group because they know that
is scary.
It's a loan shark group and debt collecting gang. And 10 of them have already turned themselves into Bang Khen police station after the arrest warrants had been issued, and they admitted Kun Chutithep Suthipo, he's a loan shark, a leader of this gang here, and he was just 18-year-old, so just a teenager. He admitted that he had lent money to people in Bangkok in Sai Mai area, and earlier he used to be a member of a debt collecting gang in Rayong province, and after saving his money, he has around 80,000 baht. He left to Bangkok and become a loan shark himself. However, he lent money at a very special interest rate, 20% per month.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's only 18.
That exceeds the limit. However, any debtors who fail to pay off their debts in time would be assaulted like this one. And he said that on the night of the incident, he got a call from the victim's son, who called him and complained about a threat made at their home because earlier they had thrown a soda bottles onto their rooftop as a threat. For not paying their debt in time, and the sons called him and complained, so he was exasperated.
Well, that's the thing. I heard that Police General Pongsapat Pongcharoen was quite give them quite a lecture as well in terms of all this bad behavior. And I've seen there you go. That's like one of the people that obviously probably took the money from him and got really upset and start like pretty much smash the culprit's head because technically these people could be their kids or nephews and such, because they're so young.
Kun Parichat was 50-year-old already, and he was just 18. And during the press conference yesterday, Kun Parichat told this man that this time it was too much because they haven't known each other before, and what they did to their family and also her relatives was just
Right. And the report also say that Police Lieutenant General Pongsapat Pongcharoen also took a kit of testing their urine to see whether or not there's like any substances left or trace of substances left in their body that might create this kind of behavior, because obviously these, even though they're not all teenagers, they're still quite young, and to have a gang that at that age, that means that they have even like more years to become worse. Let's just put it that way. So this is one of the serious incident, and just show you that if you don't have to, don't take any money from loan shark.
No. And basically, Chutithep, the leader, was charged with colluding in a raid of others' property, damaging belongings, assault, and providing loans with unusually high interest rates, while 9 other suspects in his gang faced charges of assault and colluding in a raid.
All right, they got what they deserve. All right, moving on to another news about drugs this time. Now, there has been a lot of drug trade ongoing, and the name that I given you earlier, Kun Pasakon Warachod Watna Prai. Now, he was actually arrested for drug trading. Now, this particular case, they found 200,000 of methamphetamine pills under the floor of a pickup truck, actually at the back of a pickup truck. And this is quite interesting because this is in Chiang Rai province, Mae Saroi district. Now, in this particular case, Police General Priyapan Damapong said that in this particular case, this is not the case that they, arrested the person or able to confiscated all these pills accidentally or randomly. This is actually part of the long investigation where they have found trace of this particular gang trying to move illicit drugs from Chiang Mai as well as Chiang Rai and other northern area to come in to be sent to Bangkok and distributed. Now they say that in this particular case, the person was actually arrested at Masaroi district, as I have mentioned, and they say that the police indicate that this particular person is actually Wa tribal, so one of those tribals that we have up north, and he said that he was actually hired by Iko tribal, so another tribeman that hired him to actually send all these methamphetamine pills to Chiang Mai in order to be distributed in Bangkok to the other parties. Now they say that this is actually was located under the pickup truck. So at the back of the pickup truck, the police were able to pull out and tear off the floor of the pickup truck at the back and found all these 200,000 methamphetamine pills. The police said that they are currently trying to confiscate as well as intercept all this trade by looking at different garage that would modify certain trucks or certain pickup for this particular case. So at this point, it seems like they were able to arrest a lot of people, but in this particular case, just to be exact, is only this particular man and along with 800,000 baht in cash. And he said that was actually his payment for delivering 200,000 methamphetamine pills.
And now that you talk about the story of drug trade, I've got one more story about a celebrity that had fallen from grace due to the substance abuse.
Okay.
She's a very famous supermodel in the 90s. If you are Thai people and you're familiar with this name, Kun Yui Ratana Petkanha,
Yeah.
a former supermodel of Thailand, she won the Elite Model Contest in 1994 and went abroad.
Right.
And worked as a
She made quite
model
a name for,
in popular
herself.
fashion cities in Paris, Milan, New York, and London. However, it seems that her life has not been very successful all along.
Right.
Because on August 29, police were reported of a individual who caused public disturbances at the petrol station in Petkasem, Soi 50 in Pasir Charoen area. And once they arrived, they found Kun Rojana Petkanha walking on the street.
Oh, okay.
According to the report, she acted calmly and did not seem to be causing any trouble to the public at that time. However, the police talked to them and told her not to wander around. However, a day later, on Saturday, police were reported again about the matter and they arrived at the scene and they found Kun Rojana in the same outfit. She wore a white t-shirt and also blue legging as seen in the picture and with a plastic bag in her hand. And she
kept like her hands over her mouth, eh?
with the inhaler and also cigarettes in her hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She talked to the police, police talked to them and also asked about her story. Kun Rajana told police that she lived with her family in Ubon Ratchathani province after coming back from New York. However, she ran away to Bangkok after a heated arguments with her parents, and she seems to be in like drug addiction trouble. So she went to a hospital and also received treatment for her mental disorder as well, because the drug has already destroyed her mental system.
Right, so her brain's pretty much damaged. She is so pretty. Like seriously, it's such a shame when you see something like this. It's a shame because obviously it shows you that drugs could do a lot of things for a short period of time. It could give you relaxation, it can give you that high, but in the end, you know, when it's all come down to it, when you have to come back to reality, and if you cannot get a hold of yourself, this is what happens.
I got to admit that in modeling industry, there seems to be the use of drug,
We have heard a
substance
lot.
abuse. However, Kun Rachana, actually, many years ago, she was just a country girl who came to find a job in Bangkok. She worked in a noodle shop, and someone discovered her. And sent her for the elite model contest, and after winning that contest, she went abroad and be a model for many big brands, including Chanel.
Right. As
So
you
she's number one for Thai supermodel at that time. However, due to the substance abuse, she failed to go to work on schedule.
Oh.
That's why the agency sent her back to Thailand.
Okay. Well.
And when she came back, she opened a modeling school. However, her mental seems to be a problem for work, so she couldn't find any job.
That's too bad. Well, at least she's getting help, right? So that's good.
Because police had already sent her to the Chao Phraya hospital, and yesterday, Kun Pavina Hongsakul, the Minister for Social Development and Human Security, had already paid a visit to Kun Rachana, and she expressed worry about her. She talked to her, and also she said she would coordinate with her family. There's also another friends in the models who already expresses worry over this former supermodel, and they said that Kun Apasiri Nitipon and Kun Yosawadi Hasadi Wijit, she's also a very famous model in the 90s.
Right.
Yeah, they expresses that they would provide help for her.
Whatever she needs, right? All right. Well, sad case indeed, but at least she gets some help, and hopefully we will get to see her on front pages again in terms of, you know, magazine and such. That would be nice. All right, let's take a short break right now because we do have a lot more news updates, especially like we said, the hike of various fees that, you know, we're not really so keen of, and of course one of the biggest news, the mob, the para rubber farmers mob. So please stay tuned.